Well, a beautiful time it is, still counting days to the general elections as IEBC's day 3 of the last voter registration drive comes to an end. Firstly, I'm so appreciative of you for joining me on an 1-hour journey to a destination that will leave you more educated and informed on stories making rounds in Kenya and the neighbors. Just a recap for you, presidential hopeful and prominent businessman Jimmy Wanjigi has been released from custody following his dramatic arrest on Tuesday evening. Wanjigi, who spent the night at Kamukunji police station that is in Nairobi, claims his arrest has nothing to do with the said land fraud case but has everything to do with his political stand. This is as the race for State House intensifies, with the rest now being perceived as a two-horse race between Raila Odinga of ODM and William Ruto of UDA. We have these and many more stories prepared for you tonight, and remember we have a 5 over 5 segment at the end of the bulletin where I will highlight the issue of chaos in political rallies. Welcome to the authoritative and now the most watched bulletin that airs Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and 9 a.m. and on weekends that is Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. My name is Rida Kering Chebet. And businessman Jimmy Wanjigi was on Wednesday 19th freed by the Nairobi court after the DPP confirmed that there is a high court order staying his prosecution. Milimani Senior Principal Magistrate Bernard Ochoi ruled that the proceedings cannot proceed until further directions are given by the High Court. The magistrate also suspended summons issued against Wanjigi's wife Irene Nzisa. Summons will remain in force against the 6 other suspects. This is after the DPP, through Evelyn Onuga, told the court that she had perused the High Court order issued on Tuesday and was satisfied with its legitimacy.
A High Court in Nairobi has suspended the prosecution of a businessman Jimmy Wanjigi. This is to allow for the verification of a court order issued to stop the arrest of Wanjigi until February 9th, 2022. Wanjigi appeared in court on Wednesday, January 19th, following dramatic arrest at his Kwacha offices in Westlands, Nairobi, by officers over the alleged fraudulent accusation of land. Earlier, the businessman had refused to take a plea in court, citing the court order. The business mogul's legal team, led by Willis Otieno, told Senior Principal Magistrate Bernard Ochoi that they had obtained a court order on January 18th to stop his arrest. The order was issued on January 18th. Advanced copies served on the respondents at 3:30 p.m. or thereabouts.
The officers who effected the arrest were not aware of the High Court orders. However, these are issues that will be addressed before this High Court if the accused wishes to pursue the same. In relation to this matter, and in compliance with the order in petition number E020 of 2022, I do hereby lift the warrant of arrest against the 7th intended accused, Jimmy Wanjigi, and direct that I be set free and released from custody. The summons issued by this court against Irene Nziza Wanjigi are also suspended pending the determination of the High Court petition.
Evelyn Onuga, a representative from the ODPP, asked the court to allow it more time to verify the order.
I, for the first time in my life, was a state guest. I was a state guest at Kamukunji police station last night. the first time in my life.
In a submission made before the court, Otieno told the senior magistrate that officers from the anti-terror police unit destroy property worth cash 10 million Kenyan shillings.
With those submissions.
Reporting for Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television, I'm Millicent Makoha.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has been faulted for acting beyond his mandate by initiating a constitutional amendment process through the Building Bridges Initiative, popularly known as BBI. In his submission before the Supreme Court, lawyer Isaac Alochier, who is the 90th respondent in the BBI appeal suit, noted that the process of amending the constitution is preserved for of the people and is clearly stipulated in the Constitution. Alochier put a spirited fight on the issue of immunity, noting that the Constitution does not give the president blanket immunity and that the holder of the office can be sued if he acts outside his mandate as provided for in the Constitution. Let's have a look.
Respondent submissions dated and filed on the 22nd of December 2021. The second document is the case digest dated and filed on the 22nd of December 2021. And the last document is the list and the bundle of authorities dated 22nd of December 2021. From the outset, we wish to confirm that the 20th respondent supports the appeal.
Uhuru Kenyatta as president cannot rely on that in an effort to get himself absolute immunity. He does not have absolute immunity.
The 2022 election is poised to be very interesting and might even usher a new beginning in our political mobilization. Granted, it is difficult to call or even predict from the campaign trail because there is a sense in which these campaigns are redefining what we have seen in the past. Clearly, whether the wave we are seeing will translate to votes is undetermined for now. BAMBA's forays into the mountain and popular endorsement by the top business and opinion leaders has put him on the pedestal, but unless some thorough sentiments analysis is done or the vote cast, you can never be too sure if that race is going to be a two-horse race. Bushebi Jr. brings us the 2022 politics analysis.
Raila Odinga, William Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi top the list of the top 3 presidential candidates likely to rake in more votes for presidency. With less legal changes expected before August 9th elections, except the disputed political parties bill, Kenya is likely to see more powerful alliances taking shape before the 9th August election.
The political parties amendment that we are trying to push through, which some people have tried to demonize as they try to demonize BBI, that is giving us an opportunity for us to be able to formally work together across political parties in the interest of the nation.
Wakatuletea ati mambo ya kubadilisha katiba, wakatuletea mambo ya kuongeza vyeo, wakatuletea mambo ya kuongeza mamlaka ya viongozi, wakatuletea rege, lakini kwa sababu kuna Mungu mbinguni rege ilisimama. Si ni kweli?
Deputy President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga's politics of populism and economics is the root Kenyan presidential election mirror pundits believe is taking Kenya down to a two-horse race with little change expected. Both Raila Odinga and William Ruto have built up solid support in their home turfs, fanatical following and national presence. The two are well placed to be kings in the surge to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta.
We know your track record of doing unconstitutional stuff, including swearing yourself in. But those ones are not a bother to us. If Ketendawili assures us that he will respect the wishes and the decision of the people of Kenya, he can continue with all the threats he wants. he can continue with all whatever he wants.
Ni kwamba tulipata habari kutoka duru za kuaminika kwamba mpango mmoja wa William Ruto ni kupiga vita ugatuzi.
There is one person who over the years never supported the constitution. Not when we tried it in 2005, not when we did it in 2010, and even now when we wanted to amend it in 2021. I mean, somebody must forever be always wanting to do things that are not right for this country. I want to ask Kenyans to be warned that there is a danger in electing one person, and that is William Samoei Ruto.
Ruto claims Odinga not defeat him in August elections, even after alleging that the handshake between Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta confiscated Jubilee Party, leading to the former Eldoret North Member of Parliament subdued by the power rackets in Jubilee that limited his clout.
Ule jamaa wa kitendawili alitutembelea na akalete kisirani. Ile serikali tulikuwa tunaendesha akakuja na pepo. Hiyo mnanielewa? Na akatuletea mambo ya rege. Sasa miaka 4 ametuzungusha na rege. Mwisho, simulisikia mwisho, iliishia huko kotini. Mwisho kotini ikasema illegal, unconstitutional, null and void.
Fikirieni na musikimbie. Musikuje na speed. Speed inaangusha jameni. Afadhali pole pole na ufike pahali ambapo ulikuwa unaenda. Ukikuja waambie huyu ni mzee hafai, tunataka kijana, sijui huyu ni afako namna hii, huyu wako namna hii, huyu wako namna ile. Mtu anachagua na bongo bana, mtu achagui na uongozi uko hapa. Sio uongozi, sio mpira ya kuchezwa kwa kiwanja. Uongozi sio sprint, ni marathon. Wewe utakimbia hapa, by the time umefika pale pumzi imeisha, lakini mzee amekanyanga pole pole akuja kupitia ukiwa bado kwa barabara.
If people are worried that the young people are running very fast, then they must wake up to the reality.
There were rumors that DP Ruto was courting Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula to support his bid for presidency come 9th August.
Founded rumors doing the rounds that some members of the alliance have shifted to other political formations.
Freedom of association should not become a political ventilator for the people of Kenya. And not receive any formal or informal invitation from anybody in regard to my political activities. I am a member of OCA, a coalition of the willing.
Ati mumesemaje? Ati amupangwingi.
Wakenya wamechoka na uongo. Wakenya wamechoka na porojo. Wakenya wanataka kujua ukweli.
Ile kitu ya mwisho tunaweza kufanya ndio tuzike hii nchi ni kupatia William Ruto rais wa Kenya hii. Hiyo ni kuchukua sasa Kenya kuingiza kwa shimo, kuzika. Hakuna kitu itakuwa imebaki. Na unasikia wakiongea wanasema hawataki Wakenya wakumbushwe juu ya historia ya Kenya hii. Kuna sababu watu hawataki kuongea juu ya historia Kenya hii. Hawataki nyinyi wa Masai mkumbuke ya kwamba walikuwa wamenyakua msitu yenu huko Mau, na kama si huyo baba kusimama aseme msitu lazima itunzwe, hiyo msitu haingekuwa hapa leo.
Nevertheless, under his new party UDA, Ruto's charm has attracted Jubilee rebels seeking to realign themselves politically ahead of the 2022 general elections. The DP embarked on a charm offensive to woo governors, senators and MCAs, even as his party, the United Democratic Alliance Party, pumped up massive recruitment of members to consolidate support across the country.
Musalia Mudavadi akikuja hapa Uasingishu kutafuta marafiki, na bahati mbaya ama bahati mzuri apate huyu rafiki anaitwa Hasla, ni makosa kweli? Ni makosa kweli? Na mimi nimeona ile watu wa Azimio la Umoja wameanza kuniekea mdomo ati mimi ninapeleka Musalia kwa naibu wa rais. I want to tell those people without blinking my eye that your enemies are not necessarily our enemies. Your friends are not necessarily our friends. Nyinyi pangeni marafiki zenyu, sisi tupange marafiki zetu. Tuko na chama ya mahasla. Chama ya mahasla inaitwa nini?
On the other hand, Raila has managed to keep his political star shining through surprise moves that have dumbfounded both friend and foe by stepping his efforts to climb Mount Kenya.
Kama kuna Wakenya wanalala na njaa, ni sababu mimi nimesema kuanzia mwaka ujao kila jamii ambaye hawana mapato watakuwa kila mwezi wanapata shilingi 6,000 kutoka kwa serikali.
What began as a handshake between Uhuru and Raila induced an abortion of DP Ruto from Jubilee Party. What began as a handshake between Uhuru and Raila induced an abortion of DP Ruto from Jubilee Party. The two arch rivals going head to head in the 2022 general elections has already caused ripples in the political landscape. At the moment, it is very plausible in this election that Kenya will actually have 3 or 4 viable candidates. Such a scenario would generate more debate about likely contenders in the run-up to the elections. It would also make it difficult for any candidate to score the 50% plus 1 vote required to win, raising the likelihood of a historic second presidential round.
Kwa debe na Wakenya.
As August 9th approaches, it is only Raila and Ruto who are at the center of the 2022 succession politics. Seemingly, as political pundits say, the rest of the politicians should simply align themselves with the two leaders to have any political clout. For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, Ambushebi Jr.
Feel alright. 9 Kenya Power managers will now be detained for more 8 days to allow police to complete their investigations over alleged sabotage. The suspects were arraigned before trial magistrate Boaz Ombewa, where the Director of Public Prosecution DPP sought for 21 days, a move opposed by the defense lawyers led by Dansan Omari. According to the DPP, the investigating officers needed more time to probe and establish the cause of blackout that rocked the country last week, and 10 individuals have been arrested over the incident. The prosecution further stated that the law does not permit them to hold the suspects for more than 24 hours without the order from the court. The matter is said to be mentioned on January 28, 2022 to confirm whether investigations have been completed. Moving on, the Kenya National Union of Teachers (NAT) has written to the Teachers Service Commission (TSC) in a bid to renegotiate the 2022 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement CBA deal. According to NAT boss Collins Oyu, the union is pushing for promotions and salary increment for teachers. Alluding to this agreement, Oyu called on TSC to make known to teachers promotion criteria. He added that the teachers union will expedite the discussions in order to cushion them from the ever-rising inflation and cost of life. Further, the NAT boss sought a reversal of the punitive teacher transfers, arguing that the employer should transfer tutors from one station to another needs basis. Oyu further pushed for the delocalization policy in order to streamline transfer of teachers. He added that the policy affected married couples.
Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Localization is a policy that we think came about because of reasons that, according to the employer, were to help improve the working environment for both teachers and learners. As a union, we noted that some of our members' families were grossly affected by this policy, and that is why in the 2021-2025 CBA, we addressed the component of resettling couples involved in disorganization caused by this policy. All our members who feel aggrieved by the policy of delocalization should be assisted and to have them work close to the families and their spouses.
An Isiolo member of County Assembly MCA is in police custody after a stolen car was traced to his home. The victim said he lost a massive herd in 2020 and since then he has tried to recover the animals. The farmer said he got one of his lost cows in David Lematele's home, asking the authorities to compel the Oldo Nyiro MCA to give leads to the remaining ones. The farmer vowed not to drive the cow out of the station until the remaining 7 were recovered. Let's have a look.
Mwezi wa 4 2020 ndio ilikuwa imepigwa ng'ombe 72, nikaweza kurikapa ng'ombe 62, ikabaki ng'ombe 8. Kwa hiyo ng'ombe 8 juzi nimeweza kupata ng'ombe moja kwa MCA wa Isiolo Limantile wa kutoka Oldo Nyiro, na ile ng'ombe nilipata ilikuwa kwake, na wakati nimeipata nikaipeleka mpaka Ruire politician huko ndio niweze kupata mwenyewe ama nijue mahali ng'ombe yangu itatoka, kwa maana nimepata mmoja ile ilikuwa imepotea na hiyo nyingine siyoipata. Na kati hiyo maneno sijui kama ndio ilikuwa na namna na mesoro hii kitu kama iko na sababu, kwa maana hata ile wachungaji wangu wenye walikuwa wanachunga wawili kati wale waliuawa, wale walikuwa watu 7, ile wachungaji wangu wawili waliuawa, na baada ya kuuawa ndio nikuja kupata hiyo ng'ombe yangu hapo maili 3 hapo kwake, na nikaipata nikapeleka hapo kwa polisi hapo Ruire. Sasa kwa sasa hivi ile kitu naomba, nataka serikali nisaidie ile ng'ombe mahali imekaa mpaka ng'ombe yangu itoke, hiyo ng'ombe nyingine itoke hapo, na kama inaweza toka hapo hata mimi sitakuwa, lakini lazima ikae hapo mpaka nipate ng'ombe yangu mahali anasema ametoa, ama kama ni yeye weko ndani, kwa maana mimi sijui serikali inafanyanga vitu ona njia gani. Ile mtu akienda ripoti nyumba yake imevunjwa ama gari yake imeibiwa, apate mtu na spare moja kutoka kwa ile gari, siende anambaa mtolee kitu kingine. Sasa mimi ndio kitu nauliza, kwa nini ati nikuje na ng'ombe hapa, ng'ombe ati imeibiwa na nimepata ng'ombe moja kwa ile ng'ombe imeibiwa ng'ombe 8 bado rundi, ati niambiwe nibaki na ng'ombe moja, ile nyingine yaachiliwe ndio ng'ombe isiumie. Mara ingine nilifuatilia ng'ombe nikiwa nachunguza mwenye alikuwa anaiba. Mimi nakumbuka mpaka nikachunguza nikapata ile kijana mwenye alikuwa amechukua ng'ombe. Na wakati baada kufuatana na ile kijana, ile ng'ombe tulifanya utafiti mpaka tukapata ng'ombe yao. Lakini wakati nilipeleka Isiolo, ile hapo kwa polisi Isiolo ilienda hapo ndani, oziezi mwenye alikuwa hapo alikuja akaongwa.
Hii story kidogo kidogo hivi ndio inaleta maafa, ndio inaleta wizi ambao una cost watu mamilioni ya pesa. Kwa hivyo ombi letu kwa all investigating authorities kutoka kwa CS Matiang na wale wengine wote, sisi tungependa kuona haya mambo yametatuliwa vilivyo. Tungetaka kuona yule ambaye amepatikana na hii ng'ombe ameweza kuelezea zile ng'ombe zingine ambazo zilikuwa na hii alizipeleka wapi, kwa nini amekuwa akikaa nazo kwake nyumbani, ni sheria gani ambayo inatumika kwa kiongozi kama huyo yeye kupewa fursa ya kuweza kukaa na ng'ombe zetu ambazo zimeibiwa.
And with that story from Isiolo, I'm taking a short commercial break. I'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
Now, education is always the key to success. Education is the background. Education should be the foundation. As Maisha TV, we embrace, we honor, and we value education.
Education is a way of bringing information, knowledge to our people. And that is the basic importance that we can see education doing.
We are here as solid partners to the growth of academics and career building in the nation. It is all here on your fastest growing TV station, Maisha TV, where you choose it, watch it, and love it. Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premise of progress in every society, in every family. Welcome to Navaholo Technical and Vocational College. We value quality education and offer superb training to students at affordable school fees. The government will pay 30,000 shillings as bursary. In addition, Higher Education Loans Board gives 40,000 shillings for school fees and pocket money, which is available, thus the training is nearly free. Call us now, 0721 589977. That is 0721 589977. Email us at navaholotvc@gmail.com. Intake is now going on with applications. Navaholo Technical and Vocational College, Center of Excellence in Building and Civil Engineering. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya. Na ninajali matukio yanayojiri nchini Kenya na ulimwengu mzima. Natazama runinga ya Maisha ili nipate habari kamili. Naichagua, naitazama na ninaipenda. Maisha TV ni bora. Study your diploma or certificate course in fashion design and clothing technology, beauty therapy and hairdressing, among many. Our ICT department gives competitive courses guaranteeing both employment and self-employment through study of diploma in computer science, ICT, certificate in information technology, computer packages, and many more. For more information and application, hurry and contact us now on 0721 280 180 or 0726 800-561. Applications can easily be done by sending an SMS to 0721-280-180 or 0726-800-561 with your name, type of course, KCSE or KCPE mean grade, postal email address, desired intake, and your ID number. Or you can write to the principal Bushangala TTI, PO Box 2227, code 5100, Kakamega. You can visit our website www.bushangala.technical.ac.ke. All examinations are carried out by Kenya National Examination Council. Provision for persons with disability is also provided. Bushangala Technical Training Institute, Center of Excellence. The stage is set. The time is now. Credible news. It is prime news. Only on Maisha TV. Prepare for the beast. Informative. Authoritative. Unbiased. Welcome to Maisha News. A big business starts small. Great ventures start from small beginnings, and that includes your small business. My hustle, my story on Prime News every day on Maisha TV.
And ODM party leader Raila Odinga has announced a raft of transformative measures he intends to implement in the agricultural, education and health sectors should he clinch the country's top seat in the upcoming August general election. Addressing a delegation of leaders from northeastern region in Nairobi County, Odinga promised that his administration will create a conducive environment for the creation of jobs and wealth for the citizens in the region. Under what he calls his 10-point agenda, Odinga said at the top of his list is to introduce better education systems to citizens that will see every student have access to equal education services. ODM party leader Raila Odinga has announced a raft of transformative measures he intends to implement in the agricultural, education and health sectors should he clinch the country's top seat in the upcoming August general election.
Then they went to Botswana and set up what they call BMC, Botswana Meat Corporation, a town called Lobatse. I have been there. By the time I went there, they were slaughtering 3 times as many animals there than compared to KMC that time. Exporting to South Africa, exporting to Europe, to Britain.
Addressing a delegation of leaders from northeastern region on Wednesday in Nairobi, Odinga promised that his administration will create a conducive environment for the creation of jobs and wealth for the citizens in the region.
Issues of water issues, and Elmi did a lot. And remember at that time we did boreholes. That time we started doing dams. Because I'm saying in this region where it rains heavily, causing flooding. That water is all washed into the rivers, and the rivers take it, export it to the ocean. The ocean does not need water, because enough water. You need water on the solid land here. So we harvest that water and use it in the times of drought. And we get feed stock for our animals, so that times of drought, they has continued to have the feedstock. All this is possible and we can do.
Under what he calls his 10-point agenda, Odinga said at the top of his list is to introduce better education systems to citizens that will see every student have access to equal education services.
Then issues of health, first education. I have said that we need to start there in terms of our transformation of our country. I say that this country has had two liberations, that we need to give each and every child born in our country, irrespective of the socio-economic status of the parents, equal opportunity from nursery, primary, secondary, tertiary, up to university level. And when they finished, they'll be given opportunities for employment, and meaningful employment commensurate with their qualifications, not giving them wheelbarrows.
The ODM boss added that he will develop the meat processing industries in the region, citing that their main activity is livestock keeping and in turn boost the economy of the region's economy.
Livestock. I've said that people with livestock do not need to be poor people. For a long time, Botswana was running an economy purely based on livestock. They did not, before they discovered diamonds and so on in Botswana, it was running one of the most successful economies on the continent. And the Botswanans came to Kenya to learn from Kenya in 1968. They were taken to KMC in Athi River. They went and looked at it.
At the same time, the former premier reiterated that he will introduce social protection programs that will see every Kenyan pocket 6,000 shillings monthly stipend. Odinga added that his government will ensure that every citizen will have affordable health insurance cover under his BAMBA Care Health program. Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukuri Atani, on behalf of the leaders, assured the Northern Region support for the ODM boss, affirming their confidence in his governance when he clinches the country's top seat. He said they are willing to partner with Odinga to achieve his leadership agenda.
To you, a handful of friendship. To you and your party, we want to be partners and we want to be friends. We want to be mutually respected partners.
Sisi tumekaa chini kama wafugaji, tukasema this time round we cannot be in the cold. This time round we must be at the high table where the decision is being made in this country. We have been second-class citizen in this country as far as decision is made at the high level. Lakini leo tumejipanga.
For Maisha Prime Maisha Television, I'm Rida Kering Chebet. Now let's check out on our education segment.
The learning institution, especially the secondary and primary schools, have set their antennas for the coming national exams. In Civilian Day and Boarding Secondary School, which is located in Avaholo sub-county in Kakamega County, we met Isaac Wandera, the school principal, who narrates on the plan set by the school to reach the school projected mean of 7.5.
My name is Isaac Wandera, Principal Civilian Secondary School. This term is short. We have 10 weeks. Already we are in the second week. We are remaining with 8 weeks. And within the 8 weeks, we need to prepare the candidates for the forthcoming KCSE exam. And even these other students in Form 1, 2, and 3 to cover the syllabus in time, because this is our third term. So that by the time we finish, all the students in all classes will have completed their syllabus. We are putting programs in place to ensure that our candidates get a mean score of 7.5. That is our target for this year.
The school in the 2020 KCSE exam scored mean score of 6.5, which is a C plane.
Last year we had a mean score of 6.4. So, which was a C plane, we want to move to a mean score of 7.5, which is a B minus. And we have put programs in place. We are giving them extra work. We are doing several exams, like in mathematics, languages, and sciences. Students are doing exams weekly, and they are marked and revised so that we shall be able to acquire that grade, to achieve the grade we have planned, 7.5 B minus.
The school management has invested much in nurturing the students' talent in various fields, such as music, football, athletics, among other careers.
So what I just advise that if a student is talented in a way in a given area, this student should be given an opportunity to establish. Like what I do in this school, I nurture talent. I prepare students for the talent shows, and if I identify, for example, good singers, we already planned with them that we are going to record their music. Those ones who can be able to write, we want to advise that we prepare them to even writing some documents that can be published, so that at least we nurture that talent. And at the same time, they don't have to only do that, they must also do well in academics.
Mr. Wandera has advised the student countrywide to choose on the marketable careers which will easily earn them a living.
So we emphasize academics, and we also emphasize on issues of developing talent. Even soccer, we have had our students even participating in inter-school competitions this term when we were in Corona. So we have really nurtured the talent of the players of this school. This area of technicals and applied, that's where students have neglected so much. They have assumed issues, even areas like physical education. They have assumed areas like drama. They have assumed areas like music. And those are areas that are most paying in the current generation. So we really talk about nurturing talent and developing students' career according to their interests.
The principal has called on the parents to swiftly pay school fees for the smooth running of school programs.
We opened a school on 4th of January 2022. All students reported, though what we have noticed is that most of them came without any payments, and it has given us a bit of a challenge. And by that time, the government had not submitted the funds that are required, though finally by Thursday last week we received. We want to appreciate the government for that effort. Though I just want to wish that parents need to take their responsibility and pay for lunch for their students. They also need to pay boarding fee for those students who are in boarding section.
He also applauded the good work done by the School Board of Management and Avaholo Sub-County leadership under the area Member of Parliament, Honorable Emmanuel Wangwe. For Maisha Education segment, Maisha Television, I'm Millicent Makoha.
They are not it back.
Well, every day in our bulletin, we highlight the hustles of different Kenyans. Let's take a glance at our today's feature, My Hustle.
Is the only way of getting a daily bread that calls for commitment and determination. As many will say, poverty is not their portion. On my Maisha television trip, I was privileged to meet Mr. King, a saloonist in Bungoma Municipal Market in Bungoma Town, Bungoma County, who narrates to us his journey as a saloonist in manicure, pedicure, nail polish, hairdressing, i.e. dreadlock services since 2019.
Kwa majina naitwa Kingson, but wengi wananijua kama Kings.
I'm a beautician and a loctician. Hapa town najihusisha na beauty mostly concerning dreadlocks and beauty of nails. Na vitu zingine like makeup. Hizo ndo vitu mimi hufanya. Okay, ile kitu ambayo ilinituma kufanya hii job ni passion. Yeah, passion ndio ilifanya nifanye hii job. Na ni kitu napenda pia. Nilianza hii job 2019 nikiwa nimeandikwa kwa mtu at first. Niliandikwa kwa my friend anaitwa Rukiba huko juu. Hiyo place jina sitambui poa. Then kuna my friend ako hapo Sharif Center. Nishaandikwa hapo nikafanya job hapo. Then at same time kuna my friend ako hapa ndani anaitwa Gili aliniandika. So 2020 on January the time nilidepart. Don't come on, no, acha nijitegemea. I have skills, I have what and what, I have one I can do. Then I decide, acha nijitegemea.
Mr. Alex, the owner of King Dreadlocks and Nail Salon, says his job has always earned him a daily bread and also helped him support his siblings in paying school fees and the basic needs, adding that he's proud of his job as a self-employed person.
Sasa at first before nianze kujitegemea, mali mimi nilikuwa na work nilifukuzwa. Nilikuwa nimeenda job mahali on my back kurudi. Ikakuwa sasa nimefukuzwa, akaniambia wewe King unajua ni aje. Toka mimi sasa work na wewe. So okay, ilikuwa a very tough journey but mimi ni msee wa kujituma, I know how to stand. I know what to do. Ilikuwa 2019 November. The time moja alinitoa kwake. Hapa kidogo taniwia radi because napendaka kuwa msiri but I will just say one and two. From this job from 2020 I have acquired one plot somewhere in Skata from Feb up to now. Na vitu zingine zenye siwezi sema cause napenda life yangu ikiwa secret kidogo.
He urged all youth to be more hardworking for the betterment of themselves.
Soma si mbaya pia kuandika kazi ya ofisi si mbaya cause me I have brothers, I have relatives, I have cousins. Wenye misoma they have papers but saizi anafanya job yenye hawakusomea. Cause Kenya nilikuwa zamani si Kenya sahi. Kenya saizi inataka okay you must learn but learn ile kitu ile course yenye ko marketable itakusaidia. But usisome tu ile course ambayo unataka kushtua kijiji nayo. Unajue jamaa anaenda kufanya course.
And has requested the county government of Bungoma to ensure security of business in the county and also help the small scale traders by offering them loans at a lower rate.
Issue na county ya Bungoma iko kwa let me say tax ya bidii ndio iko juu kidogo na hapo hivyo tunaelewa tax iko kila mahali. Sasa hiyo tu tax kidogo iko a bit high but inabidi tunajikaza because we wanted to work. Because hakuna otherwise vile utafanya because ni lazima you pay for tax for you to work.
For Maisha Prime News, Maisha Television, I'm Jennifer Okonga.
And now let's switch over to our news segment 5 over 5. With another general election around the corner, leading presidential contenders are pulling all stops to win the support of the youth who are already disillusioned with the empty promises that characterize Kenya's politics. Violence around the time of elections and during campaigns are common in Kenya. Ethnic divisions flare up as politicians exploit rivalries for increased votes and influence. This often results in destruction of properties, injuries, and even death, largely affecting young people who are labeled as perpetrators and not victims. Let's start with the recent ones. On Sunday, 16th January 2022, chaos marred DP Ruto's Jacaranda rally in Nairobi as ODM and UDA youth clashed, Police officers were forced to hurl tear gas canisters at crowds to disperse the rowdy ODM and UDA youth who were throwing stones and engaging each other in battles. 5 people were arrested over DP Ruto's Busia rally chaos on October last year. The ODM leader Raila Odinga's motorcade on January 2021 was attacked when he took the Building Bridges Initiative BBI referendum campaigns to Githurai in Nairobi County, just to mention a few. Is the Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiang'i doing enough to curb the violence that has been witnessed in the political rallies in the last few months? Because the trend is worrying and someone should act faster, because we don't want to take our country back to where it was in 2007 and 2008 during the August polls. As youths, we should desist from being used by politicians to heckle and throw stones just for meager cents. We can do better than that. Let's preach peace and unity. That was our Prime 5 out of 5 with me, Rida Kering Chebet, from the editorial board that brings you the authoritative and now the most watched bulletin that airs Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and 9 a.m. and on weekends, that is Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. That marks the end of the comprehensive and authoritative bulletin Maisha Prime News. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.